So, Jed Brock, he owns Eastern Currents. He invited me to his podcast back in, I guess it was April, and we had a really good conversation via podcast. And you could tell he's passionate about the game, and through our conversation, you know, we're just kind of throwing out like, man, I'd love to get up there and fish with you, or he was like, love to get down to fish with you. Well, you know, in the fishing industry, a lot of times, you know, having those small windows of opportunity to meet somebody like that and have, you know, like-minded thinking, this was a perfect example of making a road trip up to an area that I've never fished before. I've heard some great things about Wrightsville Beach, and the fishery is completely different than my normal day-to-day Southwest Florida. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, doing all right. I struggled to catch bait all morning, and I just caught like 202 throws right there.
Oh, gee. Isn't that how it goes? Good to see you, bud.
Good to see you, too.
Man, things are good.
Yeah, we got a little window, so we'll go see what we can do.
Absolutely.
I might just get you to idle me up to him in here.
Yeah?
A little bit of pluff mud in here.
Pluff mud?
Because of the dredging they do. That's the stuff that if you step in, you get up to your crotch in. I made $200 one time in college for eating a spoonful of it.
Wait a minute, hold on. Somebody...
We were sitting there on a sandbar.
How many adult beverages did you have leading up to that?
To be honest, I don't think I'd had much.
Apparently not enough.
I needed $200.
Wow.
Let's see here. If you stay kind of right down the gut here, you'll be good.
Yeah, I see a little bit of it right here on the surface.
Yeah, there's some. Once we get back in this little pocket, there should be a lot of it. All right, you can go neutral.
Yeah. Got him.
There we go.
Look at that.
Flounder candy.
That's awesome. We got sunshine.
We got some sunshine.
We got maybe a little lighter winds for sure.
It's definitely lighter winds. Still a little texture, a little bumpy. It shouldn't really.
Texture.
It's not going to affect our fishing.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You don't get seasick, do you?
No. Well, I don't know. I mean, this is fine. This is fine.
All right.
But no, I think it's kind of like falling into place.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't expect to come to North Carolina. I've never been to North Carolina, so I didn't expect to be here flat calm. You know?
Well, I'm glad you had that perception. So I was wanting it to be flat calm. But,
of course you
were. But
hey,
I can't control the weather, so
we're on the spot. See if we make it happen.
It'll be fun. So we'll get some rigs out. And we'll start out bait fishing. Let's seal the deal first.
Yeah.
And then get.
My favorite part is in the Carolina rigging.
Gotta fish Carolina rigging.
This is actually the new Tranks. This is the brand new 150, and it still has the power, and I was dying to bring it up to catch me some flounder on this Tranks. It's just a perfect case scenario for, oh, maybe, I don't know, that's just bottom. Just perfect case scenario for this. You know, we're dropping it straight down, and it's got some really good gear to it, so, you know, if I do get one that's pulling the other way, I'll have enough power to be able to get him away from that bottom and hopefully get him in the boat.
You got him?
I got it, whatever it is.
That's acting like a flounder.
Steady.
That's acting like a nice flounder.
I mean, he had it for a while. Oh yeah, definitely a flounder. Look at there.
There he is. Nice.
Yeah, that's right.
We're on the board.
See, a little patience there, right?
Little patience.
So now, what is the deal about the different flounder? I didn't realize there was so many different species.
So hopefully I get this right, but they've got a lot of dots, the flounder do.
Right, that one doesn't have much coloration on him at all.
You can see these bigger dots though.
Yeah.
In here.
Yeah.
And the southerns don't have a white ring around that spot.
Okay.
So this would be a southern flounder here. When we get another, if we get a gull for a summer, we'll see kind of white around these bigger
That's crazy.
Bigger
I didn't realize it was different.
There's a few different options.
I just thought it was this and halibut.
This is a halibut.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Baby halibut. This is gonna be my flounder here.
You got one?
Yep. Should be one. Feels like one. Feels like a good one.
Feels like a good one? I'm on my way.
Oh yeah. That's a pretty one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go! Chase it down.
That was bad rod tip work on my part there. There we go.
Nice work.
Yeah, he's a little wider. A little bit wider. He thumped it good. I've gotten unsure with myself with those sharks, calling those sharks flounder. Didn't want to get too confident right off the bat.
No, I hear you. Oh yeah.
That's a pretty one. Look at the green in his eye. Isn't that crazy?
I know it.
Pretty fish. So no white, not a southern. See how the bigger circles on the white around them?
Yep.
All right.
I did just get the boat ceramic coated, but it's still, regardless whether you have the boat ceramic coated or not, the replenish is a really big deal for me because I use it as kind of an overall maintenance. After I wipe down the boat, been through the car wash, and I get back to the house, this is one of the sprays that I use. The carbon infused silica spray with replenish is really about just keeping its hydrophobic abilities. And what that means is just repelling water. It eliminates water spots, and even if you do have water spots already on the boat, whether you have the boat ceramic coated or not, this is a great spray to just apply and wipe off. It's simple as that. When time is everything and you're done for the day, the last thing you want to do is go through and detail your boat. This right here for me is an absolute game changer. Needless to say, we don't use a lot of finger mullet back home, but obviously that's one of your favorites, right?
Yeah, it's just as far as putting it on the bottom here, it's a little bit harder than like our Menhaden. We don't have pilchards up here.
Okay.
Well, I'll fish pinfish out here too on the bottom.
Sure.
I usually cut the spines off the top of them.
Right.
But that mullet, when you drop him to the bottom on a Carolina rig, he just swims circles around that weight.
Yeah.
So it's just a good, it draws fish in. He's hardy. He can take a little bit of a beating.
For sure.
With the Menhaden, the flounder will eat him out here, but they're so much more delicate, and they get whacked by a small sea bass 2 or 3 times and they're dead. But these finger mullet are good. I like the bigger, they can be too big, but like this is the smaller of the size I'd like to fish. We've got some bigger ones in here. Now you'd be surprised at how small of a flounder will still eat like a 6-inch bait, 7-inch bait. So I like catching them out here more because they actually fight a little bit.
Yeah.
You catch them in shallow water. A lot of these flounder will swim inshore and sit in 5 inches of water, but they're like a piece of paper sliding at your boat when you hook them. There's no fight until they're right there at the boat for a second, but they'll bend the rod over here a little bit, especially if you get a big 23, 25 inch.
All right, well, give me one of those big jokers.
I'll get you a big old thumper, I like to call them. There's a good one.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh. Tell me it's a flounder.
Little drag pull. It feels like a flounder. It's a flounder.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, hold on.
There we go.
Got him.
Little cookie cutters out here.
You go to one side, they go to the next. Still catches them.
I got him trained. Look at that. He's got one of our other mullet in his mouth.
Oh, that's the one I fed earlier.
It is the one he fed earlier.
Yeah.
I said, hey, slide over here, Jay.
Yeah. That's right.
Let me feed that one that you just fed.
Yeah. So how many is that now for you? 3, 4?
3 or 4. I think 4.
Okay.
There you go, buddy.
Oh, I'm just getting warmed up. That's what I'm talking about. Working right out of the rock.
Wiggling out of the rock.
I think when it popped out of that rock, that's when it ate it. Oh, get him. Yeah, flounder.
Maybe not a flounder. Maybe he is. Yeah, it's a flounder.
Oh. An edible?
I'll flip him.
Oh, both flipping him. I love it.
All right, now we're figuring something out.
On fire. On fire.
Got him?
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Well, I got something. Unconfirmed flounder yet. Oh, it is, but it's a peewee. Look at this guy.
That's a little one for
That's
the ocean.
a straight
there.
Florida flounder for me, buddy.
There's his mom.
I mean, God almighty.
We'll let this one go.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Dude.
That shorter leader. Ooh.
Look, and that's a pretty good one. Like,
That is a good one.
I mean, it's a small doormat, but it is a doormat.
It's the best one of the day for sure.
Hook perfectly in the corner.
Right in the corner.
Well placed.
Well placed, hook set.
We crushed some flounder today.
We caught some
and
flounder.
obviously you have a setup that works for you, and I mean, what do you got?
Yeah, so I mean, flounder fishing in the ocean, I keep it simple, and it's.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't have gotten any more North Carolina today. Flounder fishing in the ocean with a Carolina rig, but a lot of times, you know, how I'm going to do it is I'm going to run my braid, usually 25-pound braid,
Right.
to my fluorocarbon. So I'll have a little section of fluorocarbon, 25 or 30 pound. And on that little section of fluorocarbon, I'll have usually if I'm fishing the ocean, anywhere from like 18 to 30 feet of water, I'm gonna be fishing an ounce weight.
Right.
I'll put a bead on there, which you can just get at any tackle shop's gonna have your beads, but essentially all that does is keeps that swivel from getting jammed up into the lead, because lead's kind of a soft metal.
Right.
And sometimes that swivel will get up in there and you'll break it. I'm using all unis, so I'll uni to uni my braid to my fluoro, and I'll tie a uni onto the swivel on the top end, another uni, and then I'll run about a foot a leader.
Yeah.
So.
Now the hook, you're almost always using circle hooks for that, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of guys that will fish different hooks, kale hooks and stuff like that.
Right.
But I like the circle hook, because with the circle hook, I know if I just let that fish eat on it and then reel into him, I'm gonna get the hook in him.
This is just a medium heavy combo. Now I was using the low profile,
Yep.
but I know the spin rod 4000s is like across
Yeah,
the board.
yeah,
easy
it's perfect.
peasy. Sweet little setup, and I think obviously it works for your clients. It's easy
Yep.
rig.
Yep.
Put a mullet on, sit down.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, it was an awesome day, man.
Man, it was super fun.
I was happy to get some of those flounder, and there's a couple that were pretty like studly.
There were some good ones.
I told
in
you
there.
it was the biggest flounder I've caught. So
I'm glad that I can say that I helped you catch your biggest flounder.
that's right. That's right. Now you're gonna have to come down south of Florida and see what we can get you.
I want you to help me catch the biggest tarpon I've ever caught.
Yeah, we got plenty of those right now. So
Awesome.
you get down that way. We'll see if we can hook you up on a lot of those.
I love it.
Awesome. Hey,
Man,
good time,
it was
man.
super fun.
For sure.
It was super fun.